there's just still so much that we don't know.
Stephen Barnes represents 6 men who say they were sexually abused by Tony Humby as youths. His clients all want to know how Humby allegedly abused youth for years, despite multiple interactions with police. They plan to sue the RNC and the province.
When you look at the facts of this and the questions that remain, I think a public inquiry is justified.
One of Barnes's clients went to police in 2007 when he was 16. He said Humby had raped him at his trailer on Hussey Drive. According to search warrant documents obtained by CBC Investigates, police interviewed Humby and told him no charges would be laid. Those documents, which are untested in court, allege Humby landed on the RNC's radar at least 9 times before being arrested last year. He's now charged with sexual offences against 11 youths. According to those search warrant documents, many of the alleged victims were involved with the child protection system. When sexual abuse lawyer Lynn Moore heard the story, she had one thought.
So here we go again. You know, we have a system that is not protecting children. And it's a system that's supposed to protect children, but it's just not.
Moore believes a public inquiry is needed to examine how little has improved in the child protection system, despite decades of reports and recommendations all the way back to Mount Cashel.
And in the past week, we've had calls from people who are relatives of children in the system who are being sexually assaulted now. You know, like very recently. This is not a problem from the 70s and 80s and 90s. This is a problem today.
Today, in the House of Assembly, Opposition Leader Tony Wakeham joined in the calls.
I asked the Premier, will you do the right thing and call a public inquiry?
Great question.
That prompted this answer from the Justice Minister.
Public inquiry is an option that could be considered in the future. After the legal matters are determined, we don't want to jeopardize that legal future for that.
That's not good enough for Wakeham, who says he's heard from current and former RNC officers who believe an inquiry needs to happen.
I've heard details from these officers who were actively involved in some of the investigations, who have told me that they prepared reports and that these reports need to be read.
Wakeham says he can't say when those reports were filed, but that it cemented his belief that a public inquiry is necessary. Humby's co-accused Bruce Escott is back in court on Friday, where it's expected he'll plead guilty and be sentenced. Humby, meanwhile, is set for trial in March. Ryan Cooke, CBC News, St. John's.